Take it again. That's what Kimakulangan brings to the table, right? Nobody in front of him. Target practice. This time, Picanya, and sends them to the finals.
Takes one back. Here comes Malate. As if the blockers were there. FEU moves on to the finals. Hours of practice and days upon days of pounding the volleyball and buckets of blood, sweat, and tears, it has finally come down to this. 16 teams whittled down to the top 4. The best of the best between the men's and the women's division of the volleyball tournament of season 72 of your UAAP. This is the finals, live on Studio 23. Get it here, made possible by ABS-CBN Sports. And we are coming to you from the arena in San Juan. This is what it looks like this Wednesday afternoon. In the first game, the defending champions on a 2-peat going to for a 3-peat. Number 1 seeded University of Santo Tomas Growling Tigers taking on the number 2 seeds Far Eastern University Tamaraw. And in the second game today, we have the defending champions De La Salle Lady Spikers seeded number 1 taking on the perennial powerhouses seeded number 2 University of Santo Tomas Tigresses. So it's a UST and UST appearance in both the men's and women's division. Hi everybody, thanks for tuning in to us on Studio 23. I'm Eric Tipan with Mozi Ravena.
Well, Eric, such a festive mood right away here at the arena, and yun na nga, because 2 championships today.
Now let's take a look at the first meeting between FEU and UST. And this early we're getting involved in the action. Let's take a look at the first round matchup between these two teams, where surprisingly make that UST's unbeaten streak got taken down. But in the meantime, let's first take a look at the FEU UST numbers. There it is.
Well, Eric, you know, even with the solid lineup of the Tigers, the Tamaraws found its way to victory in the first encounter. It was a collective effort coming from FEU in all departments. They had more errors, but they still were able to beat the Tigers. As you can see here, yung scores nila pretty close. But again, FEU winning that match against UST on the first round. And as you can see, 8 more spike points coming from FEU against UST. And even in the blocking department, usually the UST is very strong at. FEU was able to produce 13 against the only 9 for UST. And yung errors ng UST, even if they were able to just put in 27 errors at 36 naman coming from FEU, still it wasn't able to turn out the turnout they wanted. FEU still managed to win that game.
Now that might just be an ordinary garden variety win in as you look at the league and at the season, but that win halted UST's string of wins dating back to season 70.
Yes, and it was
so season 70 is like 2007.
That's right. I think 21 consecutive wins for UST. My goodness.
But UST got right back into the action and took the game to FEU and won in a much shorter span of time in three straight sets actually in the second round of eliminations for season 72.
That's right, Eric. And the second round, their Valentine's date, UST got its revenge by beating FEU in straight sets, even showing domination on the third set with FEU scoring only 13 points in that set. This time, UST made sure they had more spikes, as you can see here. 14 more spikes for UST in that match. And again, they were able to control the block at the net at 8 block points for UST and only 3 for FEU. Surprisingly naman, only 3. So parang isa lang for every set.
And he was our best player in that game, Ramos, with big numbers for the defending champions. Now, let me bring you back to the video you saw earlier, which was the Final Four matchup between the number 4 seeds, or make that number 1 seeds UST and the number 4 seeds UP. And this is what you saw earlier, and UST clearly dominating UP in 3 straight sets in that Final Four matchup.
Well, you're right, Eric. UP didn't give much of a fight in that semi-final encounter, losing in straight sets to UST. In fact, UP was able to score only a total of, as you can see here, 50 points only in 3 sets. So, medyo mababa yun for a semi-finals game. But of course, UST really a dominant team at this point. And in that game also, UST was able to score. Look at the spikes of UST. 22 more spikes for UST. Moving 43 and 21 only for UP. So at the blocking department, UST was able to put up 3 more. Pero sa serve, yun na nga, even if UST was able.
And the University of Santo Tomas Tigers, or Growling Tigers, going for a three-peat this year. And one of the main cogs, one of the main reasons, factors, if you may want to call it that, for UST's dominance is their